Hey guys, Mr. Overon here with Mr. Overon's Tarot Reading Services, and today I am creating an elixir. It's not an internal one or anything, it's more of like a potion. It's a spider potion, and this is, well, let me frame it this way. It can be used in a very dark, negative, violent way, or it can also be used for protecting yourself. It's very dual purposed. So when you're creating this, if you're creating it for the purpose of attacking someone or luring them into your web or whatever, you're going to want to put that intention into that, or into this formulary when you're putting it together. Now, if you're thinking of like protecting, then think of the spider web as a protective web and things like that. But either way, it's unique to each witch. And it's also one of those things that you don't normally find too often in witchcraft. You'll find it in brujeria, santeria, voodoo, hoodoo, and stuff like that. So, this is a formulary that I am doing for myself, and this is what feels right for me to put into this. The main ingredient is spiders. Now, it can be any kind of spider you want. It could be black widows, daddy long legs, whatever you happen to get. But you're going to want it to like kind of dry out a little bit in most cases. In my case today, I'm using a tarantula that I have somewhat preserved. And this accidentally got opened one day and it stunk to high heaven, so I'm going to try not to throw up while on camera. And then you're going to want yourself a bottle or a jar or something with a good tight lid. This was an old tequila bottle that came with a good cork, and I think that this is going to be perfect. One, I like how cloudy and murky it looks, and two, it's about the right size for what I want, because you only are going to make up spider oil probably once every 4 or 5 years, depending on how much you use it, honestly. This right here should be enough to last me for a long time. Now, you could do it with oil, or you could do it with alcohol. The one that I'm doing today is actually going to be with alcohol. I've made it in the past with the oil, but I just happen to have more alcohol on hand. So for me, I'm going to be using vodka, and this is premium triple distilled. It doesn't matter what kind you use. You could even pour some off and add the spider directly to the vodka bottle along with the herbs and stuff if you really wanted to. It's completely up to you. This is your formulary. I'm just showing you how I'm making mine. So without further ado, let us get into this, shall we? Okay, so my beautiful workspace here. I'm first going to start off with some ground up lime, and the lime to me represents like purity and protection, and is like also one of those things that is bitter, tart. So if you were going to use this against somebody, the bitterness and the tartness from the lime would be a good thing. This is just some lime that I have that was freeze dried. You can use dehydrated lime, whatever you want. If you're using fresh lime, I would cut it into the medallions like this and just let it set out for a couple of days and then add it in. But this is just, like I said, what I happen to have on hand. I had a whole bag of freeze-dried limes. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to add into this is black salt, or sal negro. And this is black salt that I created myself. And I'll do a video about that one of these days if I haven't made one already. But I'm just going to add in a little bit of that. Here we go. Now the other thing that you would want to add into this would be graveyard dirt and crossroads dirt. I don't have any of that on hand right now, so that's one of the things that I have to go out and get. I'm going to also add some star anise, and I'm just going to put that in there. Do a couple of big chunks. Next, I'm going to add some sea salt. I'm also going to add some hyssop. That's Hyssop. And this is a really good, powerful herb used for banishing, binding, attraction, whole 9 yards. Okay. I'm also going to add a couple of drops of 4711 to this. 4711 is a spiritual cologne that is used during divination and rituals like that. So you're only going to want just a few drops of that in there, because this by itself is really potent. So that's my 4711. I'm also going to add a splash of dragon's blood. This is actually the dragon's blood ink, which will work. If you don't have dragon's blood ink and you just have regular dragon's blood, go ahead and add a couple of chunks of that. Now, as you can see, it's starting to come together and look really pretty on the inside. Now this is where I'm going to go ahead and add in my tarantula. I'm trying not to break it. I want to keep it whole. go. Now, when you're using spiders from around the house, you can go ahead and include their web and everything. Since tarantulas really don't leave webbing, I'm going to leave it just like that. Okay. And that is good to go. Now I'm going to add my vodka to it. Last thing I'm going to add is just a couple of poppy seeds, or a little bit of poppy seeds. And I'm going to cork it. Give it a little shake. Look at how pretty that looks. Now I'm going to enchant this. I call upon the power of the spider, mystic and ancient. I call upon the power of the spider to protect me and to drive away my enemies and to devour my enemies as they would devour me. I call upon the god and goddesses to help me during this creation of this formulary. Empower this and make it strong, strong as the web. Let those who wish to entangle and ensnare me be entangled and ensnared themselves. Let those who wish to bring harm unto me find harm brought unto themselves. May those who wish ill upon me find it not coming unto me, but caught up in the web. I imbuke this with the power of earth to ground any negative energies that would come my way, with the power of fire to burn away any darkness that would come my direction and to light the path. I call upon the wind to breathe life into this and to blow away any and all negativity. And I call upon water to dilute the evils that may come upon me and wash them away. As so above, as so below, so shall this be. And there you have it, my friends. A powerful spider elixir potion. So, let's get me back in the frame here. So there you are. The spell or prayer came from the top of my head. It just felt right. That's what I should say. And so that's what I put into this. And as I was also praying over this, I had my eyes closed and I was visualizing things coming toward me that were negative and being caught in this web, and the spider coming down and devouring it so that it wouldn't harm me. When you go to use this, do so very sparingly, because it will seriously jack someone's life up. Now, I don't really adhere to the rule of 3 or any of that other stuff. You know, if you come at me, I'm coming back at you. That's the kind of witch that I am. So, you know, you do it for how you need to, and it's going to work for you the way that it needs to work for you. So that is my take on spider oil. Like I said, you can do it with an oil. It could be any oil that you have: corn oil, canola, vegetable, whatever kind of oil you happen to have. I just felt like mine needed to be in liquor, and since the bottle that I put it in was a tequila bottle already, I thought that, you know, infusing it with liquor again would be a good thing, and that's what I had the spider preserved in, was alcohol. So, you know, this is my take on it. If you can't, I wish that there was better lighting. It is this dark red rose color, and the spider's just sitting in there. This is a beautiful, beautiful formulary. It's been a while since I've made something this pretty and this potent. So anyways, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section down below. And if you would like to schedule a tarot reading with me or have a spell cast, you can contact me through the website www.mroveron.com. And if you would like to talk to me privately, go ahead and shoot me an email at mroveron@gmail.com. And as always, make your magic yours, my little witchies. Have a great day.